Tony and Mango show. We're here. It is January 30th, and we're ready to go.
Yep, we got a lot to talk about. Big game coming up. You've probably heard this Sunday, and we're just gonna dive right into it.
We're diving right into it. We have not been up to a lot since you last heard from us.
Yep.
Which was the Altai's interview, correct?
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Altai's still electric.
Yes.
Not a whole lot has changed with him. He's still the man.
Yep. Something big that happened just recently was the admin made his official
Titletown
return.
admin came back.
Made his official return, and ever since he made that blog post saying I'm back, I've had about 5 people a day come up to me.
And I've probably had 2 or 3, obviously, since Tony is the face of Titletown.
Probably had about 5 people come up to me a day and say, "You guys have an admin? Like, who is that? I thought it was just Tony and Mango." And look, I don't want to get too far into it, but all I'm going to say is it's pretty much just Tony and Mango and potentially Altice here at the Titletown Review.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that we were going to bring Altice into it, but he has an open invitation.
I would say chances of there being a well-known third member of the Titletown crew, Altice 70%, 80%.
Okay, you're at 80% for Altice coming on board?
Admin 20%.
Well, okay, if we do, you want to do an Instagram poll? Who's the better member of Titletown, Altice or
maybe
Titletown
we could.
admin?
I think we should do that after we drop the pod.
Yeah, I'll actually do it right now. Because that's
do it right now, and we'll
update you as the thing comes. As the thing comes in. But so now let's get into AFC Championship. So we haven't talked to you since the AFC Championship, obviously. Great game.
Yeah.
Fantastic football game.
Right. I thought Pats played a terrific game. 2 good drives in the beginning. Turnover on the second drive. That kind of hurt a little.
Yeah, that was a stupid play call. I didn't like that.
Had a decent lead, I think of 7 going into the half.
No, it was 14-0 at halftime, and they scored coming right out.
Oh, that's right.
They had that long
14-point lead.
Yeah.
Going into half. We knew it going into it. The big plays were how we were going to lose, and they weren't doing much on offense except for a handful of big plays.
Yeah, they did have. I mean, Tyreek Hill is so fast.
I know, but they did a good job doubling him up. It's classic Belichick. Double your best player and make someone else beat you. And they almost did that with, Kelsey. Who is the better member of Titletown? Altice, admin.
So the story is going up right now.
All right, we'll keep you up.
Didn't mean to put that. I put that on my normal story. Whoops.
Emma Cohen.
Yeah. That's... Nobody's going to understand that, but... Well, actually, probably everyone that's listening to this is going to understand that. But
all 20 of you.
All 24 of you. But we're going to stay after it,
So, next on the agenda we have...
did you like the Brady... You're too old! You're too effing old!
I loved it.
From Madeline.
I loved it.
He's a hero.
Yeah. But next on the agenda we got Roger Goodell. He just had an interview today. He acknowledged the blown call finally 10 days later.
Yeah, but his answer is so stupid. He was talking about how that the only reason there's another rule. Obviously, there's the rule that Michael Thomas tweeted about, which is the commissioner has the power to overturn. A game.
But that was never going to happen. I mean,
the thing is, that's why they put the rule in place.
That's not why they put the rule in place. They didn't put the rule in place for a blown call.
Yeah, it's literally said.
No, they didn't. Read the rule. Pull up the rule. Pull up the rule. I'm telling you, they didn't. They did not put in a rule to overturn an entire game just because of a bad call.
They should just play from the spot. I would have been totally on board with that. Screw the Pro Bowl. Saints-Rams, fourth quarter. 2 minutes left.
Honestly, no, they didn't. They did that. I forget why they did it, but it's for if something wacky happened, really
like a
wacky.
Blown call on a pass interference.
Because blown calls happen. You're not going to replay an entire quarter.
But that was a terrible call, though. That's the play. There's the ball is catchable. Everything. It's perfect. And they said it was helmet to helmet too. In hindsight,
look, you could look at that missed call. You could look at the missed face mask that took away a Rams touchdown before that.
Well, he's so
okay. you could do this all the time.
Well, honestly, I'm happier to be playing the Rams because I think the Rams are a lot easier to beat than the
Look,
Saints.
it's read the rule. It's for suspicion of persons involved in unfair acts, and if appropriate, the reversal of a game's result.
Oh, you know what? That's probably like for fixing a game.
It's for fixing. It's for like if maybe a coach runs onto the field during a touchdown or something. I don't know.
I feel like that's a penalty.
It's for crazy stuff. It's not for a blown call, which happens. So there wasn't much for Goodell to say. I mean, what else are you supposed to say? He can't just throw the refs under the bus. He can't throw the players under the bus. He can't throw the fans under the bus. It's a no-win situation for him. Okay,
the Titletown story is up right now. Altice admin poll. Go check it out.
All right.
If you're listening.
And admin won't even know.
He won't hear this probably or see the post. So,
but
whatever.
Anyways, so let's talk about actually, before the Super Bowl preview, basically, you all probably, if you haven't heard of Super Bowl opening night, is basically
it used to be called like Media Day or whatever.
They get all the media people, like
journalists,
local news guys, and big news guys. They all basically go in and they can interview any player.
They gather.
And there's joke answers. And we were thinking that's prime. That something like that would be prime
for the Tony
and Mango opportunity. So what we're thinking about is
Tony and Mango tomfoolery.
So that gave us an idea. Is we might actually sneak into some sort of media event and ask questions to anyone, really.
But we were really not sure where we should sneak in.
Yeah.
I think the best idea right now is, if possible, we sneak into the high school basketball state championship because we know how to get in there.
Yep.
But I don't know if that's happening
or
not, and we also don't want to give away what we might be doing.
Right.
So that's really up in the air. If you're listening to this and you're a member of the authorities, we're not going to do that.
Don't go come after Titletown admin on this
one.
Go
after admin. It was admin's
our
idea.
CEO.
Yeah.
But yeah, we might be sneaking into some sort of.
No, if we get caught, we say Titletown admin told us to.
You can contact Matthew Altice in Nashville, Tennessee for this.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Out of state. We go out of state with it. I don't think we throw it all on Altice.
No, we're not throwing Altice on.
Well, maybe.
But yeah, so we got more things cooked up than just a silly little podcast, but.
Also, there is a Tony and Mango film that may or may not be coming out, which would be in the far future, I think. Is that fair?
Far future, yeah.
The far future, but in the big picture, that is something that we...
All right, so I guess let's talk about the Super Bowl. Rams, Patriots. People are asking me, Tony, who do you got in the game? And I look at it like this. People say Titletown Review doesn't do analysis, and we're all jokes, but here's your analysis. Tom Brady only loses to goofy-looking quarterbacks in the Super Bowl. You look at Eli Manning, you look at Nick Foles, two goofy-looking guys. All right, Jared Goff is too handsome to lose to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. That's why
I hate to say it, but
that's why, above all reasons, I'm taking the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Jared Goff, too handsome. There's your analysis.
That's your big piece. Well, it's gonna be a good game for sure.
Yeah,
no doubt. I think. Give me a score. Give me a number.
I'll do that at the end, but I guess I'll talk about why I think the Patriots will win this. I mean, I don't want to. I'm afraid. No matter what I say, I feel like people will be digging back. Like if the Patriots do lose, people will be digging back on this.
Cold takes exposed,
right? But I generally
Tony from Titletown said the Rams are going to get blown out.
Don't be quoting me on this, and if I'm wrong, I probably will be wrong. I'm a knucklehead, but I generally do think the Rams are just an inexperienced team. Patriots have far more experience. I mean, Belichick's going to eat Goff alive. He's a 24-year-old quarterback. He played terrible against the Bears this year. He hasn't been playing good in big games this year. He hasn't really showed up when it mattered. He played okay.
How did he play in the NFC Championship?
He played okay against the Saints. Yeah. He played decent. So
well,
I really do think Belichick will give him a...
you saw Mahomes.
I think Belichick will give
Belichick with 2 weeks to prepare is really
Belichick's going to give him a million different looks.
Tough.
I think McVay, he's 33 years old. He's going to get outcoached in every facet of the game.
That's the thing. It's going to be an Rams offense Pat's defense.
Who's going to win?
'Cause
Rams offense or Pat's
I
defense?
think the Patriots defense is going to. I mean, the Patriots offense is going to score points. We've seen it. Brady, dependable.
The thing is, it was unlike the Chiefs, where you can take out your best guy, Tyreek Hill. You can't really do that with the Rams because they don't really have that guy.
Cooks.
They don't have one really good guy. They have two
decent guys.
Better than decent. They have two really good guys. The Chiefs have like a superstar, a receiver. So if you double Cooks, they'll go to Robert Woods. If you double Woods,
and we have the thing. I don't think Belichick was really harping on Damian Williams in the. We got C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley.
That's true.
Which C.J. Anderson's playing his ass off.
Who knows what Gurley will do though?
And he's just load. C.J. Anderson's just fat. Like
he's thick.
No, he's just fat. He's just a huge fat guy.
Yeah.
But I think. Imagine if they put. Did you see Saquon at the playing D tackle in the Pro Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So imagine if they did that with C.J. Anderson, just like Aaron Donald winded.
No.
They throw C.J. Anderson in there.
But it does come up to it's going to come down to Pat's Owen versus Rams defense.
Yeah,
that's
probably.
the big thing. And will the line hold up? If the Rams can get to Brady,
2.5 right now, right? The spread. Yeah.
If the Rams can get to Brady, then it's going to be hard for the Pats to win. It's like this. You got Sue on the inside.
One of the dirtier players in the league.
Right, one of the dirtier players in the league.
He's trying to roll up on people's legs.
Sue's going to be doubled in the interior. You know that's going to happen. So it's all about if Aaron Donald can get on the outside, can get outside pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And if he does, then,
Aaron Donald is a freak of a human being.
Oh, he's so good. If he can get pressure, then I don't like New England's chances if he's dominant.
But the thing is, the Patriots. Oh, riddle me this.
All right.
What has been the best part of the Patriots team, offensively, defensively, the past 4 games?
Past 4 games, offensive line.
Offensive line.
So
offensive line.
Are we going to get one of those games? Are we going to get
Andrews?
And you got to give it to Dante Scarnecchia. Think about
Dante
this.
Scarnecchia.
Think about this.
Damn right.
Guy retires in what? He retires in 2013.
Yeah, I was going to say 14.
They win in 14. 2015, abysmal line. AFC Championship game.
Abysmal or abysmal?
Abysmal.
There you go.
Marcus Cannon's looking like a tackle dummy in. The whole line is in the AFC Championship. Von Miller eats him alive. Friggin' guy, the ball's on him. He comes out of retirement. They win a Super Bowl. They go to one again, and they have one of the best lines in the league this year. I mean, that guy's one of the best line coaches ever.
Far and away.
Ever.
Another guy that I like, if we're just on Patriots coaching staff, and then I have another thing, Ernie Adams. We're an Ernie Adams podcast.
Ernie Adams is the guy behind the scenes that you don't hear about.
He's pulling every string ever.
Right? It was great in the Do Your Job video for documentary for the 2016 team. No, for the 2016 team, he was talking about how basically he was at midfield looking at Julio Jones before the game. Guy's an animal. Guy just does his job.
I heard something about Ernie Adams. He just goes for a 2.5 mile walk before every game, just cause.
Dude's a nut.
It's awesome.
Everything you see on Sunday, that guy is up in the booth pulling the strings.
Yeah, I mean him and Belichick. Yeah. If somehow someone could get Ernie Adams a head coaching job, I mean obviously he wouldn't take it. Yeah. But like if he was like the head coach like the Jets would be a really good team,
right?
Like
it's the things you don't think about with this team that every team in the league doesn't have that we do.
And then Flo, we got Flo, who's
he's taking everyone to Miami.
The linebacker coach who calls plays, right?
Yeah.
The defensive.
They don't have a defensive coordinator, but he's the linebackers coach. He calls plays.
It is the best thing that they don't have a defensive coordinator. Right. The other thing I was going to say, you mentioned last year going to a Super Bowl against the Eagles.
Yep.
I had a sick feeling before that game. I really did.
Did you?
In Minnesota, it was a weird game, you know?
There's nothing. Super Bowl in Minnesota, it was like 3 degrees outside.
Yeah,
they're
in a dome.
I know, but just like, it's not the Super Bowl feel.
It was...
No one's going to parties in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, it just had like a stink about it.
Right.
The Super Bowl in Minnesota. And
This year,
I like
in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, last time Sony Michel was there, to a game. So revenge on the stadium.
Revenge, yeah.
It's a revenge game for the stadium. And if we want to talk about obviously we've talked about the Patriots. We're huge Patriots guys.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about the Rams, I don't think there's a whole lot to it.
I like our chances against the Rams because they're a team that obviously they're good, but they're not as good as they peaked.
They're not as good as the Chiefs.
Basically, as they peaked. They peaked when they beat the Chiefs. They were really when they beat the Chiefs. They were really good, like really, really good, like best team in the league. Probably would have beat the Patriots on a neutral field at that point in the season, Week 11.
Oh, we sucked Week 11.
Right, but then they lost to the Saints. They lost to the Bears. They really did fizzle out, and they stumbled into the playoffs. I mean, beat the Cowboys, but the Cowboys.
Yeah, who cares about the Cowboys?
Should have lost to the Saints if we're being real, right?
They like basically did lose.
So I don't think they're as high and mighty as they once were, and New England's probably they're as hot as they've been all season.
They are as hot as they've been all season. They are not going anywhere.
So I do like our chances against this not St. Louis but LA team.
Yeah, that's another thing. Storyline. The reporters in Atlanta, you think they're going to go up to St. Louis and be like, "Hey, you mad that like you lost your team?"
Oh, definitely.
That's such a funny, like, imagine you're from St. Louis. Imagine if you're Jeff Fisher right now. He's the architect.
Jeff Fisher's probably like, I think he did say that. I think he said, like, I mean, you got to give it to him. Drafted Goff.
Drafted Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that dude stunk.
Quarterback.
Think about it. They're 8-8, 7-9, 6-10 every year for, like, what?
No, 6-10 is... They never get to 10 losses or 10 wins. They always stay single digits in both.
Yeah, that's true. But he's like that for what, 5-7 years?
I mean, if you're like the Cardinals, get rid of Cliff Kingsbury, bring in him, have him for 2 years, maybe have Kingsbury as the OC, and then fire Jeff Fisher and bring in Kingsbury.
I don't know about that.
Because I think Jeff Fisher's a guy you learn under. Like, you learn how to do some things, not everything. Jeff Fisher started with the 85 Bears.
You know what? If the Cardinals need a coach, I heard Hugh Jackson needs a job. He won a handful of games in the NFL. Yeah,
I mean, how do you know if he's going to get a job in Cincinnati? I think he might.
No, they're going to hire the Rams QB coach.
I hate that how everyone's going for the young.
Right.
Everyone's trying to.
Everyone's trying to be the Rams. Matt LaFleur in Green Bay.
He's going to challenge.
He was a McVay guy.
Yeah. Anyone that's ever talked to Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay.
Kingsbury. I don't know if he's a McVay guy. But
he was. That was his thing. He was gonna.
He's like a McVay guy.
Before he got hired at USC, he was gonna just go to the Rams facility and like be around and be like like an assistant, but not really a consultant. And
that was a bad hire.
I mean, a dumpster fire. I think they might not win a game next year.
Who knows?
But no, they'll probably win like once. But they're gonna lose every game, like
I don't know,
60 to 55.
I don't know. You look at that Cardinals team, and who's your best player?
Chosen Rosen.
David Johnson.
Oh,
and
Larry Fitzgerald.
The other guy didn't know how to use him. He would be having David Johnson run up the middle.
I like Steve.
He's not a run up the middle guy. He's a pass catcher. He's a swing him out left.
Yeah.
I think Kingsbury will know how to use him, and they'll have a pretty good offense.
The thing I would say about that whole situation is it is an offensive league. It is going that way. You see it with McVay, obviously. But, like, you get fired at Texas Tech, and then you get an NFL head coaching job. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Tricks your brain.
I don't know. Let's wire this back down to the Super Bowl, though. Score prediction.
Oh, I had one more thing. Steve Wilkes, hired by the Browns. I liked that. I liked that hire. It's a good hire. He was the guy that got fired.
Yeah. Well, they hired him as
DC.
That's good. I don't know why they got rid of Greg Williams.
Yeah, well, he
stepped in as stepped in as interim coach.
Freddie Kitchens. That's where we're going.
Freddie Kitchens is the mastermind behind that team now.
I think so, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. I would have kept.
Let's do prop bets.
Oh yeah, this is probably. I feel like this could be controversial, or this could be controversial. I don't know, but I feel like the best part of the Super Bowl in any Super Bowl is instead of the game itself, but kind of just everything that goes around with it.
Yeah, a little classic Belichick quote: "Super Bowl atmosphere is all about either ball." Then I can't say it because we're on the Titletown review, but he said it to Brady. Brady wrote it down at a team meeting. It's a little Tom versus Time quote. The Super Bowl is all about BS, and I love that because I think there's a lot of truth to that. Brady's the best. I love Tom Brady.
Oh yeah.
All
so
right.
let's blow up the prop bets here. Best part of the Super Bowl is probably everything that goes around with it.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's go with
the first one?
Well, we don't have to do them all here, but this is always a good one.
The national anthem.
National anthem, and it's lower than it has been.
Is it lower?
Last year was 155, and it went under. It went under.
I think they had the over.
It hadn't gone under in a while, and it did go under last year. They moved it down to 145. I think this is a given.
How do they time it? Do we know how they time it?
They time it at the start of the first note, like and then they end it after just when it ends. What do you mean?
But if they hold the last note,
yeah, if they hold it, it keeps going.
Okay.
And they do it on here. They'll know. But anyways, 145. That's a ridiculously low value for the national anthem, and it's Gladys Knight. I mean,
I know nothing about Gladys Knight. I'll be honest.
I don't want to pull a Jimmy the Greek here, so I'm not. But let's just say I think we know it's gonna go over.
You would go over on that one?
I would go hard over.
It looks yeah. I mean, you see a low.
Look, why don't I just
take the under? Well, yeah. Look up the past years.
Why don't I just? Here's our national anthem singer, and you tell me if you think it's gonna go over or under.
It's going over.
It's going over. Mango saw it.
Not to be problematic, but that national anthem is going over.
Yep. How about this?
I'll throw a picture in there. Here, this is Gladys Knight.
We can talk about the coin toss. 2 coin toss bets, heads or tails, and then the winner. So there's a couple ways you could go about this. So New England's going to call the toss. They're the away team.
Right.
Matthew Slater calls heads 100% of the time.
Let's put in a clip of Matthew Slater calling heads right here.
Every day of the week, Matthew Slater calls heads. So you know that, basically. So do you think it's going to be heads or tails? And if it's heads, if you bet heads, you should bet New England because they're going to be the winner.
That's the logical thing that you would think.
So,
but then you take a step back.
You would want to go heads New England because if New England wins the toss, they're going to be heads. If the Rams win the toss, it's going to be tails. So you'd go tails Rams, heads New England. You're either going to get both of them or you're going to get none of them. Would you do that or would you do tails New England or heads LA? That way you're guaranteed one of them. Because if it goes tails and you get tails, then you're right, but you bet New England, and they're not going to bet tails.
Yeah, I think...
Would you go for the guaranteed one, or would you go for
I'm still going to be a sucker and take heads New England.
I think I'm going to go tails LA on this one. Because you think about it, Patriots lose the coin toss.
It is literally a coin toss, like 50-50.
But the Patriots lose the coin toss at the beginning of the Super Bowl, and they get it in like overtime.
Well, they've only been in one overtime in the Super Bowl.
It's true.
I don't know. I think I'll take the.
I think I'm
heads and pats.
I think I'm gonna throw it. You know, life's too short to play conservative. You know,
that's true. There's a lot of truth to that. But I just
another one that's kind of a lock for me is game points first quarter. You think of New England in the Super Bowl in the first quarter. What do you think of?
No points.
No points.
They don't score.
Under first quarter.
Lock and
biggest lock of the century.
What if the Rams go 14-0 though? That could happen.
They're not gonna.
They might, dude.
And it's the Super Bowl, you know. Everyone's gonna have nerves.
You know what we haven't had in a while?
That's why you do it. Everyone in the Super Bowl has nerves. Then you go second quarter over. Everyone in the Super Bowl has nerves.
Well, that's why the second quarter is higher.
Everyone is, you know. Everyone is on their edge.
The first quarter is 10.5, and the second quarter is 16.
So I'll go under in the first quarter. Everyone has nerves.
I'm taking the under in the first quarter.
They're going to be everyone's first Super Bowl except for 30, 40 guys on the Patriots.
Yeah, because we go to the Super Bowl every year.
Yep.
You
have to look at the data. You just have to look at statistics. I mean, it's the Super Bowl. Last year was an outlier.
Super Bowl.
You take the second quarter over. You take the third quarter over. You take the fourth quarter over. You're bound to get 2 of them.
You know what we need? Another John Malkovich video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried having one for the CBS this year, and I watched it. It wasn't as good.
What, a John Malkovich video?
No, it was just like a hype.
The
hype
teaser?
Yeah.
The thing that was before it about Pat Mahomes. Oh,
right.
Didn't know his dad played baseball, that thing? Yeah, that sucked.
Let's go to some funny ones now, because we could go on and on about, the real ones.
The real
but let's get real. Yeah. Are we a real sports blog? No, we're a joke sports blog.
Well, nobody follows us. We're in nothing. That's what we are.
Okay, let's see.
Ooh, Greg Zuerlein scores more points than Steven Gostkowski.
That's a yeah, because Gostkowski, he's going to miss a meaningless kick in the first or second quarter.
Yeah, he'll miss like a 50. Well, it isn't a dome, though.
Doesn't matter, dude. Gostkowski
No wind. No wind in a dome.
It was a dome last year, and he missed 2 kicks.
Touché.
It was a dome in Super Bowl 51.
Touché.
And he doinked it.
Well, he didn't double doink it. He didn't double doink it.
I think Zuerlein scores more points than Gostkowski. I think there will be a successful 2-point conversion just because that's how football is these days. It's weird. There wasn't one last year, but there was a handful of attempts.
It's going to come down.
If I remember correctly, there was a couple attempts for 2 last year.
It always happens in the Super Bowl.
Because think about it now. People miss PATs regularly now. And people are... the only way you beat New England is if you go balls to the walls. And
yeah.
So I think there will be 2. No safety. That's an easy one.
I think that McVay's going to overthink it.
That could happen.
He's going to psych himself out.
Yeah.
He's going to try to do the LA special.
I think missed field goal. I think that's a gimme.
Philly special.
Not with
the LA special, and it's going to be John Hecker on a fake punt.
What do you think about this one? 50-plus yard field goal.
Yes.
Do you want to know why I think no?
Why?
It's the Super Bowl. All right. It's not. It's time. The time for playing it safe is over. Your season's on the line. No one's kicking 50-plus yarders. You're going for it. I don't see a single 50-yarder being attempted.
No, the Rams kick
Take
from everywhere.
This to the bank.
But a 51-yarder counts as a yes.
Right. But take this to the bank from Titletown Tony. I don't even think they're going to... No one is going to attempt a 50-plus yarder this game.
You just said it yourself. There's a lot of nerves in the first quarter.
Right.
McVay and Belichick are going to be trying to get points on that board.
No.
And if that means a 51-yard field goal, they're kicking it.
When's the last time you even watched the Super Bowl? The longest kick in Super Bowl history is 54 yards.
The game is evolving.
No one kicks it
far.
The
game is changing.
It's your season's on the line. If your season's on the line, are you going to play it safe to kick field goal from 54 yards, or are you going to go for it?
Depends what the score is.
Right. Does the ball hit the goalpost on any kicking play? I don't think so. Think of the odds of that happening.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Think of the odds of that happening.
What happens if it's a double doink? Counts as 2.
Shortest made field goals under. I like that. That's easy. So what yard line is that? That's the 9. That's from the 9, or that's below the 9. Basically, does anyone kick inside the 10?
No. Everyone's going for it inside the 10. That's one where it's like...
I could see the Patriots getting to the 2 or the 3, and then instead of throwing a pick like the AFC Championship.
No, they just run it through 4 times. If they get... Well, it really depends on the situation, because if they get first and goal from the 10, and then go 2 yards with Sony Michel, second and goal from the 8, then incomplete pass... And all of a sudden, you're sitting at 3rd and goal from the 8. They're taking that field goal.
I'll probably take no on that. Will the game be tied at any time after the second quarter ends? I like that.
Yeah.
Will New England have the lead at halftime? I'm gonna go.
I'm taking no.
I mean, we generally don't have the lead at halftime. Ever
in the Super Bowl, never.
Yeah.
We looked real good against.
We looked good against Kansas City. We looked good against San Diego, but
yeah, this is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is not.
I think
this is not Arrowhead Stadium.
I think this will be different. I think we will have the lead at the half.
You think so?
Jersey number of first player touchdown 26 or under. So 26.
So these get interesting.
26 is Michelle. So we could have a rushing touchdown. What number is Todd Gurley? He's
30, right?
Is he? I'll look it up. He could be 30.
I think he's 30.
Basically, all your receivers on the Pats. Okay. Todd Gurley, what's his number?
He's number 30. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, he's 30.
Yeah.
So we could have Gurley would be an over. Michelle would be an under. CJ Anderson.
What number is Rex Burkhead?
30 something.
Yeah.
CJ Anderson would be an over. Burkhead would be an over. Edelman would be an under. Cooks would be an under. Woods would be an over.
Gronk over.
Gronk would be an over. Hogan would be an under, but he's not going to catch up. Philip Dorsett would be an over.
What number's Dorsett?
80-something.
Uh,
I think so. Who are your real unders? Michelle, Edelman, Hogan.
But the thing is, Sony Michel is probably going to score the first touchdown of the game. Like, obviously the Patriots have the tradition of not scoring in the first quarter and everything. But if they execute the game plan in the first quarter, Michel's scoring the first touchdown.
I think I'll take the over on that. There's
seems
There's too many players on. When you have Gronk, you have Dorsett, both running backs on the Rams.
Yeah.
I think I'll go over on that.
What number's Robert Woods? 18?
He's 80-something.
I thought he was 18.
He might be 18.
Yeah.
Let's see. Robert Woods, he's 17.
17, yeah.
Maybe I will go the under. Cooks. So basically,
it's really if you think the Rams or the Patriots are going to score.
What do you think is going to happen first? Because a receiving touchdown for the Patriots is probably
Gronk or Edelman.
That's
Gronk, Edelman,
that's a toss-up.
Gronk, Edelman, or Hogan.
Passing touchdown for New England's a toss-up.
Yeah, because then Dorsett also
rushing touchdown for New England's a lock, under. Rushing touchdown for the Rams is over.
That's not a lock, because Burkhead could get a touchdown. Who scored the touchdown to win the last game?
This is the first quarter we're talking about.
Oh, yeah, so now that Burkhead scored a touchdown to win the game, they're not going to play him in the first quarter? If they need to punch one in, and it's 3rd and goal, and Michel just ran the ball twice, they're putting in Burkhead.
I'm gonna take the under.
I'm taking the over. I think I've swayed.
Fourth down.
It's just
fourth down conversion for a touchdown. I think no.
No, that never happens.
Onside kick. I'll go no.
You know what though? The 4th down conversion for a touchdown happened last week. Sony. It was like 4th and inches, and they just ran it in.
But this is the Super Bowl. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, that's good.
No onside kick.
Will the game go to overtime?
No.
Yeah. I'd like to see it.
Will New England covered? Yes. Points scored with under 1 minute left in the game? I don't know. I don't think it'll be that close. I don't think it's going to be. No, I'm going to go no.
I'd love to say yes, because I feel like if you pick yes, it's like the Patriots are. Yeah. But
will a non-quarterback throw a pass? I'm going to go yeah.
No, the Rams are going to... It might not work, but, they're going to definitely try some...
Edelman will probably throw one, dude.
It would be the time to break it out. I can't wait for the Super Bowl.
Honestly, yeah.
There's nothing better.
All right, we could go to... How about this? Jersey number of the first touchdown. Is that an odd or an even? Again, you have to look...
That's a hard one. Yeah, we just kind of did this.
Michelle would be an even. Burkhead, I think he's...
34, right?
Yeah, 34.
Yeah.
So that's even. So 2 evens on the rushings. Edelman's an odd, Gronk's an odd, Dorsett, I think, is an even.
He's 80-something?
80, I don't remember. Hogan is 10. What is Hogan?
15.
15. But he's not going to catch it. Your first touchdown is going to be Edelman, Gronk.
No, dude, Dorsett's number 13.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I thought, didn't I say that too? I was like,
I don't remember.
But so that changes your under bet too. That helps.
Well, I was going to go under.
Well, yeah, that helps you, I guess. I was going to say over.
This is just you can go either way with this. We could debate.
It's hard.
You could debate it to death, but you don't know. Tyler Higbee could be catching a touchdown. Who knows?
Devlin. What number is Devlin?
You don't know. You really don't. How about this? Combined use timeouts at halftime. There you could think about, because let's see. Do we think all of them? No, I think one team will use 2. I think the other team will use 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to go odd for that. Combined total score. I don't know. This is you think to death, and then it's completely random.
They're all random, but I love it. That's why I love it.
I know.
I'm taking odd. I feel like 7-3. There is no way to know this. It is literally a coin flip. All of it comes back.
I'll go even just because I don't know.
To be a contrarian.
The banned ones are always no.
Bud Light runs 5 or more ads.
Bud Light.
Before the fourth quarter ends. What? Yeah.
Do you want
to run 10 ads?
I hope none of our
sponsors.
I hope no one we know who's doing this is listening. But I'm pretty sure Budweiser is actually
Budweiser Uber Bowl.
They have a ton of money poured into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they do every year.
No,
Remember when the Doritos ads were awesome? Ooh, remember We Go, the little dog? Here we go.
I don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure Budweiser has like an insane amount of money poured in the Super Bowl.
Oh, they do. They have a ton.
They have way more than anyone else. So yes, they will air 5.
You're
gonna see how about this: a dog one, handful of dilly dillies.
Oh, it's gonna be like a whole dilly dilly story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
in the
commercial. The first one is gonna be like, oh, the Bud Knight has to save the day, and then it's gonna go into. There's gonna be some fighting scenes probably of the Bud Knight.
Right.
And then, like...
Honestly, it's the Super Bowl commercials. Your mom's going to be watching it for the commercials, and she's going to be witnessing an intro, a rising action, a climax, a falling action, a conclusion with the freaking...
Which is 5, so
with the Bud Knight
makes you a yes. That gives you a yes.
And then with the dog, then she'll be so worked up from that, and then she'll get the dog one at the end. She'll be all happy. Then she'll go get you some food.
Well, the dog, the We Go dog, do you remember that? The little rescue dog?
Oh, of course.
That was great.
They had 3 of them. They had the one with the one where the guy adopts a dog and the dog won't stop coming back to the horses. He had the one with the horse where, do you remember the one where he raises the horse and then the horse goes to the parade and then after the parade, he goes to the parade and then after it, the horse runs down the street.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
There was that one.
That was Budweiser. That wasn't Bud Light, right? Yeah, it's the same thing, but I just...
Oh, yeah.
It says Bud Light.
And then the third one is, it's just Bud Light.
Yeah, it says Bud Light.
Oh.
That does change it, but I think
5 or more?
I think it's all going to be those dilly dilly ones. I think, because everyone loves the dilly dilly.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Find a guy that doesn't love the dilly dilly, and I'll show you a narc.
True. Honestly. Last good one was the one where the dog gets lost, and the wolves are going to eat it, and then the horses come charging out to save it.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh. The dog and the horse are
not
friends.
Not a dry eye in the room.
Not a dry eye in the room. The Super Bowl tradition is unlike any other.
Honestly,
Doritos appears before Pepsi.
This is why I just love the Super Bowl is just such an event compared to everything else, like the finals, the World Series. It's just so much of an event, you know?
It's the best.
So much goes there, so much tradition, so much things that, you know, it's just great. You gotta love it. You can't hate it.
It's the best.
All right.
Doritos
Liquid.
No. Doritos appears before Pepsi. That's a good one.
Doritos.
I feel like Doritos is always the first commercial. You're like, Doritos. Like, we're watching the
Super
Super Bowl.
True. Doritos, and it's always a funny one.
It's always like a weird, like somebody's licking his hands and he wants to kill someone or something because he loves the Doritos.
The greatest
stuff.
one was I like the Time Machine one. Do you remember?
Time Machine was solid,
right?
With the kid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we could do. We should.
Make a Super Bowl.
After this, we should do that. We should do a segment on our favorite Super Bowl commercials. Just reminisce.
Sure. I mean, we're kind of already doing it. You want to just like roll right into it?
Let's just roll right into it. Well,
best Super Bowl commercial of all time.
Obviously, you love your classics. Mean Joe Green. Have a Coke and Smile. That's a classic.
I forgot about that.
Thanks,
one.
Mean Joe. Hey, kid. Catch. Throws in the towel. I mean, that's electric.
I'm trying to think. There have been so many.
I think
pivotal in my life.
I think an underrated one would be, like a solid one. They're not as good as they used to. Because I feel like every time.
I remember when I was little, I liked the Kate Upton ones.
Right?
The Kate Upton used to come on the screen.
Here's my hot
guys. Hey, for all the kids listening at home, you know what I'm talking about. The Kate Upton commercials. What are they called? The Carl Jr.'s. Never forget about the Carl Jr.'s burger. The Kate Upton commercials are the best. This is where I'll start again.
But yeah, I don't think the commercials are good as they used to be because all these run of the mill companies have the money for them. Before it was like only a select few companies would have the money.
The money to like pour into.
And they would have to make them like really good. But now
everyone I need like a Game of Thrones. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
I need a Game of Thrones commercial. That'd be awesome.
Do
you think they'll drop a Masters commercial during the Super Bowl? That music.
Oh, maybe.
I can't do it, but whatever.
But
Is there any new movies that are coming out that'll probably show?
Who knows?
I mean...
Oh, maybe we'll get a Star Wars trailer.
Ooh, that would be good. That could be good. I think it's really... Ooh, Subway's had some good ones.
Yeah.
They had some interesting ones with the guy that is now like a pedophile, right?
Jared.
Right, that's problematic.
That's problematic.
Yeah.
What else do we like for Super Bowl ads? Geez, I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank here.
They're all good. That's the thing.
Oh, classic. What's up?
What's up? That's a classic. That's an old one though.
That's a classic.
That's an oldie but goodie. Oh, the baby. Talking Baby.
I think
E-Trade Talking Baby.
Cindy Crawford's a classic.
That's
seen
from,
that one?
That's from 1992. And nobody
Just because
ever
they're old
watches
doesn't.
that.
Have you seen it?
No.
Funny commercial. Basically, two young boys,
See, that's
in their adolescence,
kind of like Tony and Mango.
kind of like Tony Mango. Yeah, a little bit younger and
Really?
less handsome, obviously.
Obviously.
They're just sitting outside, and red convertible pulls up. Who is it? It's Cindy Crawford. Boys' mouths are on the ground. They're like, "Wow, would you look at that?" She pulls up to the vending machine with the new Pepsi can. They're like, "Wow, would you look at that?" And then they're like, "Yeah, that new Pepsi can." And it's a joke because you think they're in awe about this pretty girl, and it's actually
kind of like the Kate Upton commercials.
And it's kind of like, and they're actually talking
Except
about
me in real life.
They're actually talking about the can. Puppy Love is another one.
That's the one with the horse.
How about the Budweiser ad with the frogs? Remember that?
No.
Bud, and then the one basically one frog's like Bud, and then the other frog's like Wise, and then the last frog says and it's kind of like, and it takes them a while to like put it together, and then at the end it's like Budweiser.
See, this is just a huge free ad. We should be getting money to talk about.
We should be
Pepsi and
all-time
Doritos.
favorite Super Bowl ad. Go.
All-time favorite.
Oh, how about the one with the goat for Doritos? Remember that?
Okay, here's my all-time favorite Super Bowl
Free
one.
goat for sale.
This is a sleeper, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna love it, and it's gonna turn into your all-time favorite one.
All right.
It is Shields MRI, and
Right.
you are Let me put you in a scene.
That was after the game though?
That's a Super Bowl commercial.
I don't know.
Brady just took them down the field to come back from 28-3, and then they get the trophy, and it goes to commercial, and it's Shields MRI. And Brady's like, yeah, I have some jewelry, and he gives them the 4 rings because he has to go into the MRI, and he can't bring jewelry in. And then they're like, Shields MRI, we take care of your stuff. And then it cuts back to Brady, and he's like, oh, I just got this one. And he gives him a 5th
electric.
ring. There is no better Super Bowl commercial than that.
Ooh, another
the showdown. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Larry Bird playing for the Big Mac.
And then no, it's Michael Jordan and Magic, and then Larry Bird just comes in and eats it, doesn't he?
No, it's Bird. It's Jordan.
Who comes in and eats it?
No,
doesn't someone already eat the thing?
I don't know, but it's Jordan. Classic ad.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Classic ad. Yeah.
Okay.
Best line. Off the roof, through the billboard, in the window,
I'll play you for the Big
off
Mac,
the
Larry.
ceiling. Nothing but net. Classic one-liner. Nothing but net.
It's unreal. They're the best.
If they can hear this, here's your all-time line. You can't hear this.
Yeah, never mind. This is a fail. I might cut this whole part out.
Puppy Love.
Yeah, we did that. Alexa lost her voice. That
sucked.
Yeah, I think that's really all for the segment.
Yeah.
But that was definitely a quality idea, at least.
Yeah. We did good.
Yeah.
We did good. How about color of liquid poured on the coach?
I'm going to have to go in and do a ton of editing on that last part.
Why?
Just a lot of problematic stuff in the Super Bowl commercials. But color of liquid. So here's the deal. I've been listening to I listened to another competing podcast. I won't say their name.
Yep.
And Scott Zolak was on there, and he was like, Belichick loves the yellow
Does
Gatorade.
he?
Yeah. Or Parcells loved the yellow Gatorade on the sideline. He wanted it with some ice.
Yep.
And Belichick also does the yellow Gatorade on the sideline, but I feel like it's always like blue.
Is it?
I really have no idea.
I feel like in this one,
it's been blue, red, and then I think last year was yellow.
I feel like with this one, you kind of go neutral color, like your yellow or
like an orange.
Your orange, because you know, there's going to be a time. I mean, you can't go wrong, basically.
Yeah,
you could go wrong, but you can't.
That's a hard one, but that's really it. Super Bowl MVP.
And who do you think your MVP is? Honestly, this could be a hot take, but look at the Patriots. Look at the Patriots' 2 playoff games, okay? You said before what was the best thing about the team.
The O-line.
And just look, who's a player that has been...
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh.
That's not where I'm going with this. Okay. Who's a player that has been dominating, scoring touchdowns in the Patriots game?
I thought you were going to give me one.
No.
Who's the guy that's huge? What's his name?
Marcus Cannon?
No, the guy that's 350 pounds, like 6'8".
I don't know.
Why can't I think of his name? It's like such an easy one. I'm gonna be
Joe Tooney?
No, are you kidding?
The guy from San Francisco?
Yeah, the huge guy. What's his name? He's got the baby face. He's the best.
I forget his name.
Oh my god.
Isn't his name like Anthony Gonzalez?
No,
Nope.
No, that's Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, we don't talk about him.
No, but
look,
I thought you.
No. Look, I don't think it would be too far off to say Sony Michel could be your MVP.
Yeah, that's not wild.
Because you look at the way the Patriots have been playing, and they've been a running team lately. Obviously, they can dial it down.
Trent Brown.
Yeah.
How do I not know that?
I got the.
I thought you were gonna give me
Anthony with a T.
Trent Brown. Aaron
Gonzalez.
R.I.P.
Only person he killed was himself. In Massachusetts.
That's gonna be another bleep.
In Massachusetts, if you don't get a appeal, then before you die, then officially in the Massachusetts law books, Aaron Hernandez only killed one person, who was himself. I'm just being a lawyer here. I'm not making any claims. All I'm saying is, if you look at the book and he didn't get his appeal because he died.
This is bad. This is getting
because
bad.
He died.
This is going off the rails.
He has, according to the state of Massachusetts, only killed one person. It was himself.
This has gone off
he was
the rails.
Proven not guilty.
I thought it was getting bad during the.
This is not.
No one's even going to get this far. Like, no one's going to listen to this part.
Yeah, you don't have to edit it out.
Doesn't even. No, I'm going to edit out the one part, but I'm not going to say it. I'll tell you after.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to edit out that part. But the everything else was fine. But but so I'm taking Brady Super Bowl MVP. I'm a huge Brady.
I think I'll probably take Michelle. You don't win. It's only a 1 point.
It doesn't matter. Who won last year? What's the one Super Bowl Brady didn't win the MVP?
Deion Branch, Super Bowl 39.
Right. So
I think Michelle has a decent chance of winning it if the Patriots win. Obviously, I'm not going to.
Maybe what if Gronk? How about Gronk?
Gronk's not going to win it.
If they had any respect for the game, they would give it to Gronk. Some of the blocks that I see, they run the ball towards Gronk.
Well, it's basically like this. It's not a purely football thing, though. It's basically because you look back, Super Bowl 36, Tom Brady throws for 100-something yards, 1 touchdown. And at the same time, Ty Law shuts down Rams receivers all night, has a pick 6. You give it to the guy basically who has the best story.
Yeah.
So
Malcolm Butler.
So no, because he had one. He had good defense in the second half, one good, and he had the one play.
Yeah, obviously.
Wasn't an MVP. Obviously, you could do that for any game play. James White had a chance, 2016.
He had a great game.
3 total touchdowns, most receptions in Super Bowl history. But at the end of the day, you give it to the guy, Brady, who drove him down the field, who in overtime.
Tommy.
Twice at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Okay, so let's
wrap
it up.
Yeah.
Score prediction.
Jeez.
You go and then I'll go.
I think it's not going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be a medium scoring game. The over will hit. The over of 50 or something, whatever it is. Patriots. Patriots 31. Rams 27.
All right. I am going to go with 34-28 Pats. That's all from Tony and Mango. Go Patriots. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay right here. We ain't going nowhere.